I mastered carbon fiber nylon printing, and here's how you can too. So you think carbon fiber printing is as easy as upgrading your nozzle, slicing your print, and printing it, but soon to find out that you're buying an enclosure, a filament heater, an enclosure heater, and might even a whole new printer just to print carbon fiber. Printing in carbon fiber is challenging yet rewarding, and print quality varies drastically on how fine-tuned your setup is. For example, if you're just 5 to 10% off in humidity levels, you'll ruin the entire print.
Let's talk about printer selection for printing. Some requirements are enclosed chamber, a 310 degrees or more capable nozzle, and at least 110 degrees bed. Printers are honestly all the same. Once tuned correctly, they all kind of work the same. Of course, each have their unique qualities. I have chosen the Elgo Carbon 1 for my prints. There is a Carbon 2, but that is not in the United States yet, and I would love to check that out. The bed size being 256 millimeters by 256 millimeters is large enough for my large prints and requires minimal tilt change to fit an even larger print. Check out my video review of this printer on my channel. We will not be going over it fully here. I connected a filament heater box, specifically the SH02 or O2, which allows me to store two 1 kilogram spools that are helpful during long prints where I can basically hop swap an empty roll with a hot, dry, and ready to go one. I purchased a 70 Celsius heater for inside of the chamber to maintain a 50 degrees Celsius constant print temperature inside. This allows the print to stay at a constant temperature, and as well as a temperature monitor. As shown here, I have a thermometer at the top of the printer, which allows me to monitor the inside temperature and adjust accordingly. Inside the case, I removed the roll holder so I can thread through the heater's cords. I put double-sided tape on the back of the heater to keep it against the wall and hold the controller and any moving parts away from the bed. One of the biggest things with carbon fiber printing is the warping. Carbon fiber loves to shrink. It loves to cool quickly, causing it to shrink. So you have to maintain a constant temperature when you're printing it. And as well, when you are done printing, you want to let it be. Your filament should be in a heater in at least 70 degrees Celsius, as well as under 15% humidity level. Try to go lower, try to go under 10%. And your nozzle being at least 300 to 305 exactly, and your bed being 105 to 110. Now these all of course depend on your printer, but these are some general specs that have worked for me. Another thing to consider is speed of print. You want to slow down that print speed. I print at 75 millimeters per second, and although my printer can go all the way up to 600 millimeters, that may also ruin a print. So slower, I know it's going to take possibly more time, but actually mine's pretty quick. I have a Anchor made M5C, which is now the Eufy make, Eufy, however you say that. And that took 26 hours for something that took 18 hours on the Elgo Carbon 1. And so it's all depending on the printer, but 75 millimeters per second works for me. Even drop it lower to 55 millimeters just to get a more precise print.
So now after all that, we've got our settings, we've got our heat, we've got our printer, we finally can get a full print of carbon fiber. But there is one more thing that's some icing on the cake, which is annealing, which we're going to basically heat up the print to 100 degrees Celsius for 6 hours and let all the layers melt together, which is going to increase the strength and heat resistance up to 30%, which of course we're going to love in carbon fiber because we want the strongest high heat temperature print possible. And with that being said, each printer is unique, so you're going to have to tune your settings to match your printer. But the process is worth it, and carbon fiber printing is super fun. So leave a like, subscribe, and let me know if you guys have any questions on carbon fiber printing. There are more videos to come out about this, and go check out my review on the Elgo Carbon.